right. Hello, everyone. So, just so you guys know, I'm here on a date with a very beautiful girl. So, what better way to impress her than bomb as a mumbling, idiotic moron, right? So, I'm not going to tell a personal story. I'm going to be a little serious for a moment, and that's what I'm going to try and tell the story. And I think a lot of our unhappiness really comes from wanting to be successful and famous. And so there was a wonderful musician I got to know about whose song was an anthem for the apartheid movement in South Africa in the 60s. And he, even today, is a construction worker in Detroit. And the song was Sugarman. And he was a contemporary of Bob Dylan, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, all of these guys. And if you listen to his songs or read the lyrics, he was equally poetic. And what's interesting is he was illiterate. He had never studied, didn't know how to write, but played beautiful songs. But of course, back in the 60s, the way people bought music was going to record stores. And most Americans did not buy his music because his actual name was Sixto Rodriguez. And it sounded that it was Mexican. And that's why his music was never purchased here. But his records found its way to South Africa during the apartheid movement, and it became an anthem. Think of every American war movie you've watched and how much Fortunate's Son has played by CCR, right? That's what Sugarman was in South Africa for the apartheid movement. And of course, there was lots of corruption as well, because even though he was popular, he never made a penny out of it because the music producers took it all. And in 1999, there's a rumor that started that Sugarman set himself on fire on stage. And that became a reality there until 2009, where a South African record store owner decided to find out the truth. And he spent his own money and 2 years following the money, if you will, trying to find out whether this was real, whether he was real or not. And they finally found him in 2011, still as a construction worker in Detroit. And then in 2012, they arranged a concert in Cape Town for Sugarman, and 1 million people showed up to his concert. 1 million people. Off record, that's the biggest concert that's ever happened that we've never heard about. And what's happened after that was even more interesting. He did a year of gigs in South Africa. He was paid money for it. He came back to Detroit, donated all the money, and went back to being a construction worker. So if you get a chance to go to Detroit, I highly encourage you to go look him up and go see him. He continues to play in bars there. And the reason why I wanted to tell this story is, imagine, I think most of us want to be successful and famous. Now here's a man who was successful and famous, but did not know that he was until it was too late. And the point I wanted to make is life is all about luck. Thank you.